Guys, I got Taco Bell.
It's Heated Rivalry, of course. I didn't read anything. I have both drinks. Hello everyone, thanks for watching, and as many of you know, I am reading a whole book every single day for 2 weeks straight, and it is day 4. The pick for today is No Name in the Street because it's already 7 o'clock at night and I have not started reading yet because I've just been so busy. This is a literary fiction memoir that's only 197 pages, so I have high hopes that I can get through it. It is late and I'm super tired, so I think I need a little motivation, so I'm gonna go get a drink and then dive right into the book. It is way later now, but I am back for an update. I've been wanting to film today, but I've just been not having the best day and I've been feeling overwhelmed and I had a lot of work to do and I had an event to go to, so I've just been feeling very stressed as of like yesterday and today. So first off, I apologize for not filming a lot, but as I was trying to read the book, I was just not feeling it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower, but I had not checked on Libby for the audiobook of this. So I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna check. Because this isn't like a popular book, and usually on Libby, popular books have like 3 months of waiting. So I checked and they had it. So I went to go take a shower and I was doing my skincare and my body care and I made some tea afterwards and I was just listening to the audiobook, and it has helped so much. I feel like just staring at something wasn't doing it for me, so having this in the background while I was doing like some other things was definitely the right move. So thank you to Libby. Thank you to public libraries for allowing us to have these amazing resources, and if you haven't checked out either of those, make sure to do so. This is James Baldwin's memoir, so he is talking about his story, and oh my gosh, he had such a crazy life. So many events, so many people, so many good and bad things happened in his lifetime. Like, he talks about how he grew up, just how it was a really bad environment, and so he runs away at 17 and he literally starts making a name and like a life for himself immediately. I don't know why I have razors here. And another thing he talks about obviously is like the activism he does. He lived in Hollywood, he lived in obviously New York, he lived in Paris, and my favorite historical figure of all time, of all history, I would say, is Malcolm X. And he talks about knowing Malcolm X, like he knew him really well, and he says the first day that he actually met him in person, he was debating with like a young man, and he thought that like Malcolm X would just be vicious to him, but he saw how even though Malcolm X did have a very strong aura and he was like very goal oriented and he was a great debater, he was nurturing this young man and he was just gentle with him. And so Baldwin reflects and he says that he was like the most gentle and kind person he had ever met. So that was just really cool to hear about. He also knew Martin Luther King Jr. He was alive for both of their deaths. I think I'm 70% of the way through, so luckily I don't have too much left and I can go to sleep because my brain is so mentally fatigued. However, right now we're reading about how his friend gets accused of murder and he is stuck in a jail in Germany, and James Baldwin is trying to help him get out, so I'm so interested. I do want to say that there are like no chapters in this book. It's just, I mean, you probably can't see, but it's just like straight pages of writing. There's like a few segments. I'm gonna finish out the rest of my reading for tonight though, and then maybe come back tomorrow. I might just come back tomorrow and give you guys my thoughts, but I'm gonna get cozy, drink my tea, dive back into the book, and finish it out for the night. Hey guys, it's the next day now. As you saw, I finished No Name in the Street yesterday, especially once I started listening to the audiobook. As I said, I really did like it. What he ends up finishing his book about is kind of just how race is such a big thing. He talks about his friend Tony and how his obviously I won't spoil it, but like how his murder charges were handled. And then he talks about some other people who were like activists at the time and saying that like these people are in danger, but also every single Black person in America is always in danger. So I felt like that ending was such a powerful way to conclude his book. I did really like it. I have been doing
so much homework this morning.
I'm taking Spanish, I'm taking a explorations class, and I'm taking a like heavy communications class because a semester is like 4 months. This is 4 months of work squished into 3 weeks for like a summer class, and I'm taking it. So I'm not mad about it. Like, I need to get the credit over and done with, and that's why I did it. But it is like 100 pages of textbook reading every single 5 days, and then we have an essay every week. Luckily, there's no exam. Like, I love when a class just does not have any exams. It's just based on annotations and like essays, discussions. So that's what I've been doing all this morning. So I've decided that today I'm gonna take a little bit of a mental break because I am feeling like I'm getting super fatigued and we don't want that. So I'm gonna start some manga. Unironically, it is volume 6
and 7 of JJK.
I was basically thinking that maybe I could read 6 throughout the day and then I'll come back later for 7. I want to find out how many pages of manga I can get through in an hour. So I think that's what I want to do before bedtime. But hopefully I can, honestly, I don't even have to get this done. But a little bit about Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a very, very big, popular anime. A lot of people have been watching season 3 recently since I think it ended, like they had... So what JJK is about is basically our main character, Yuji Itadori. He's at school one day and he finds out that his friends are in danger, and the only way he thinks in the moment that he can stop the danger is eating this like finger who he thinks is like causing it. So he eats it, and little does he know, it is from the like worst cursed spirit of all times, Sukuna. And so now Sukuna is inhabited into his body. And obviously like everyone knows Gojo. Gojo is from JJK. So this is what I will be diving into today. I don't even know how much reading I'll do, but it doesn't take me a long time to get through a single volume. So to save 2 volumes of manga before bed doesn't bother me at all. It probably would be like, I would guess hour 20 to get through both. I'll see you guys whenever I have any sort of update. So like, recall when I said I wanted to finish volume 6 before it was time to go to bed? Yeah, that did not happen. I didn't read anything and it is very late. Let's just say it's very late. As I said previously, like, they won't take too long. What I think I want to do is set a timer on my computer and see how many pages of manga I can read in 1 hour. The bad thing about, not bad, but like, the one thing I do wish JJK manga had was very distinct page numbers, because there's like no page numbers at all. There's very far and few, so I don't know how I'm gonna figure out exactly how many pages. Halfway through and I did finish volume 6, so I will be moving on to 7. Guess who finished their 1 hour of manga? I did. Do we have any guesses for how many pages or how many manga volumes I got through? The answer is 2. Surprisingly enough, I finished both of them, and I would say there's like 380 maybe manga pages, so definitely super fast. I'm glad that I got both of them not over with, but like, I'm glad that they're done so I can go to sleep. I'm so exhausted, as you guys can probably tell. It's literally day 6, meaning that tomorrow, day 7, is the halfway point. And today we're starting a big one that a lot of you guys have been commenting and telling me to read. So many people have been reading the book because of its show adaptation. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds to guess what it is. 3, 2, 1. It's Heated Rivalry, of course. As you guys saw in the last vlog, I read Game Changer. I really liked it. Upon further thinking about it, it was not good as I thought. Like, the character development and the romance and kind of just the writing of it overall was a little lacking. There was far too much smut in it. There was a few inconsistencies in Kip and Scott's story, but I'm really not going to complain because I enjoyed it in the moment. I think this one is like about the same amount of pages, maybe a little less, because I know Shane and Ilya have another book. This one is 337 pages, so this one honestly might be a little less. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 30 pages less, which is good because I have 100 pages of textbook readings to do today that are due at 11:59. Let me not forget, it's only 11:59, and even a second after at 12 a.m. is late. So I'm gonna have to read those and then do annotations and then write summaries for each. Am I crazy? Because I'm gonna finish this in 12 hours. Like, that is the goal. It's 4 p.m. I always start filming late because I have to edit in the morning, and then by that time, it takes a while, and then it's afternoon. So we're starting at 4 p.m. and I have to finish. 100% have to finish by 4 a.m. That is the goal. So I'm gonna dive into the book. I don't know when I'm gonna be doing the homework versus the reading, but those are my two plans of the day, so I'm gonna dedicate my time to both of those. So I started the book and I'm only 20 pages in, and immediately right off the bat they're like going at it like, okay, period. But I'm excited to see Shane and Ilya's dynamic, probably just because I've heard so much about it and I've seen like clips from the TV show. So one thing I definitely will be doing is after finishing the book, probably after this challenge, because I really don't have a lot of time at the moment, but when I do finish this challenge, I might binge watch the show and just kind of compare it. I do know that this is the first book and they have another book later on in the Game Changer series.
Are you guys ready for the reveal? Wait, it is so cute.
But lighting is gonna make or break it.
Yeah, it's a yes. It's an absolute yes.
It's 3 a.m. and I'm still in my little corner reading. I'm on page 268. And honestly, my favorite moments are when they're like soft with each other. I've appreciated more than everything else. We see Scott's development, and obviously in the last book we got to read it, and now we're seeing how it also affects Shane and Ilya. Have very strong and high hopes that I will finish this before 4 a.m. because that was kind of like my deadline. I think I could maybe even finish it a little bit before because I have like this much left, so I'll come back whenever I finish. I just ended up finishing the book. I thought that the ending would be different than what happened. I will say though that her character development is almost non-existent. I would have liked it if we had more like yearning and tension towards the beginning of it, not necessarily like dying to figure out how their story ends. So I will be reading other things until I get to their book. I think their book might be like number 5. It's not the next one or the one after that, I think. So I'll see if I find my way back to Shane and Ilya. That means, however, that day 6 is a success. So far we've made it through without really any issues. I'm like literally exhausted half of the time, but we're still pushing through. Tomorrow is day 7, aka our halfway mark. Insane to think about. I'm sorry that I'm filming the intro like literally in the car, but I had to drive my mom to the airport after I had Spanish. The airport's like 30 minutes away from my house, and there's a really popular coffee shop in this area, and I was like, I'm already dropping my mom off, I might as well get the coffee. It's called Falls Coffee in Minneapolis. I got 2 things, okay? And yes, I'm big, but also because I knew I probably wouldn't be back. First off, I got a matcha, and they have like actual matcha. That's why I'm so excited. I got cold foam on top and then 2 pumps of vanilla. I'm so pumped. And then I got a tiramisu latte. It's like a specialty that they have. I mean, I can't quite show you guys, but there's like, here, can you see that? It's beautiful and the color looks amazing. So I'll give you guys a taste test. One thing about me is like, I love matcha, but I also love coffee. However, I have the worst sweet tooth ever. Like, I won't drink any type of coffee or matcha unless it is super sweet. So I got 2 pumps of vanilla in this. Let's taste it. That's good. I like it. A bus just pulled up next to me. And then in the tiramisu, she said it doesn't come like pre-sweetened. There's 3 pumps of caramel. I have really high hopes for this. I heard people like actually raving about it. That's really good. I really like this one. I would maybe get one more pump. I know 4 sounds insane, but maybe one more next time. But those are both really good. I would definitely come back. It's a little bit of a drive, but the area is super nice. I don't know what I'm reading today. I'm in between two. I'm either going to read a long novel or a very short novel because I have to do my hair today or tomorrow, so it depends on when I do my hair. I was thinking of doing my hair today, so maybe we're gonna go with the shorter novel, but only time will tell, honestly. I am back home now. I'm sorry if I look very different. I just got ready and did my hair and put on an outfit because I had been giving bummy for so long. And I was like, girl, we need to do something about it. So I did something about it. Today I'm reading the novella Two Can Play. I did decide to go with the shorter novel just because I want to end up doing my hair today and I need a few hours to do that. On top of that, I have editing to do, so I think it's just smarter for me to read the novella. From everything I've seen, people say that they love this. I've heard that the audiobook was also good. I haven't checked on Libby if they have it, so I might do that. However, people's complaint that I hear most often is that they only wish it was longer, which makes me think that it is really, really good. I've been going through withdrawals because I haven't read an Allie Hazelwood in far too long. This one is 187 pages, so I think I'm gonna start it now. As a Minnesotan, sometimes I forget that like outside is a possibility, but it is officially warm outside, so I think I'm gonna start off my reading here. I have both drinks. They're really good. I think I'm gonna finish this one out and then maybe start the matcha, but it's like the most perfect day outside today. Into the book we go. She's written all of these books, and I think she's like a doctor or something. Miss Allie Hazelwood, I need your time management. As you can probably tell, it's way later now and I'm done with my hair. It took me a little while and afterwards I was just so exhausted, so tired, and more than anything, I was hungry. So before I started doing my hair, I made it to chapter 5, which is page 41, meaning I have like 140 something pages left. And I'm liking the book so far, the novella I should say. I'm liking it so far. So I was like, I'm hungry and I'm in the mood to read. I like reading and I like food, so I should mesh them together before finishing out the book and going to bed. So, guys, I got Taco Bell. It's the first time in probably 6 months that I've eaten it. But when you want to eat at night, like, it's the vibe. It's exactly where you go. So I'll give you guys a little haul. I'm not even joking when I say this. I think the first time I ate T-Bell was maybe 4 years ago. My family, it was just like the one place we never went. I don't know why. So I don't have like the most experience with ordering, but since then, like obviously I go with my friends sometimes. Nacho fries, a must. When they're there, you gotta get them. It's the rule. And they're literally just, they're so amazing. They're just so good. I also like their cinnamon twists. They're like the perfect little dessert after snack, and they're light, like they're just fried. I think it's just like fried pasta twists. So they're light. For like the main things I got a Doritos Locos Taco Supreme. I think that's what it's called. I don't oftentimes eat this, but when I was like TikToking to try and figure out what I should order today, a lot of people said that it was like a must. Like whatever else you get, you have to have this on the side. And so I'm a basic Betty, and I just got the chicken quesadilla because it's never failed me. My condiment of choice is sour cream. A little weird for some people, but I love sour cream so much. I mostly use it for my nacho fries. Oh, and for drink, Baja Blast, no ice. It's very fizzy and excited to read. Basically, this book is about Viola, and she works for like a video game company. Like she designs them. And she works at this small place, and her favorite book series ever is becoming a video game. So her team and her are dedicated to ensuring that they get to design it. Well, the like company that's overseeing it and trying to find the game developers is like, we like you and another company. Well, the other company is enemies with Viola's company. And on top of that, her enemy is the lead of that company, and she's like kind of the team leader of this one. So they are forced to go to wintry retreat. That's what the author says. The font is pretty big and there's only 140 pages left, so I think I might just eat and read and finish. Reading, and I'm on page 75, and he ends up
drinking too much. So now he's drunk and she has to take him to his room. And obviously he's saying things he wouldn't be saying if he was sober. And this is what he says. "You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I haven't thought about anything but you since the first time I saw you." That is actually so precious. This reminds me a lot of Love on the Brain and of Levi. It's like the exact same trope. I feel like the story layout is going to be exactly the same too. I can also already see like the Easter eggs, and that's what it's giving. Nonetheless, I'm enjoying it. Like, I loved Love on the Brain. I think I finished it in 2 days. And I just couldn't put it down. That's how good it was. Not only did I love the characters and the progression of the story, but on top of that, like, everything was perfect. There was enough spice. There was enough, like, not found family, but, like, the friend group around them. I also liked learning about them. It was just so good. Definitely in my top 3. So this is doing that. Obviously, there's, like, less of a time span, and I do get what people are saying. I wish there was more to it. Like, she only has less than 200 pages to write a whole story. I wish there was more progression. We could see like a few slower moments, but it's a novella, so what can we do? Guys, I just love Ali Hazelwood's writing. I'm getting very close to the end of the book. I think I have like 20 pages left. Here, Ali Hazelwood writes, "Ashley conks out half an hour into the car ride, snoring lightly and muttering something about koalas and chlamydia in her sleep that I cannot stop giggling at." Even before I got to the "that I cannot stop giggling at," I was laughing. And there's like other moments too. I think it's at the beginning. She talks about how one person is celebrating and they're doing the floss, and Viola's like, "What the F? Like, why are you flossing?" And it's like internal monologue that the author just writes perfectly. It truly genuinely makes her one of my favorite authors. She just does it all so well. I just finished and that was so good. I absolutely loved and adored it. I don't think I've ever even read like a standalone novella. I usually end up going for novels, and I 139% understand why people say that they wanted more pages, more just book material, because these two are so cute together. I could just read about them making coffee together and I'd be obsessed. Like, honestly, I think they're so cute together. And Viola has a story, and a really good story. Like, that's one thing about Ali Hazelwood. Her FMCs are always fleshed out. There's layers to them. They're complicated and good all at the same time. And the MMC adores them. And that's what the propaganda has to be. Men being head over heels in love with their woman. But this is definitely a 4.5 star. I was thinking maybe a 4.75, but it's not quite up there. However, I think I'm going to give this a 4.5. I think that makes this, so far, my highest rated book. It's by far my favorite. I just knew that Ali Hazelwood was going to eat, and she delivered. Today's day 7. We just finished our 7th book, meaning that we are halfway through. Tomorrow will be day 8. Tomorrow I will be reading a longer novel, a big one. So I think it's good that I had the novella to kind of take a break, but I'm gonna go to sleep now. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully early. I need to start my reading early, but I do have the audiobook, so maybe I'll like make a dent into the book and then come back and update you guys about the plans for day 8. It's the next morning now, and as I was saying yesterday, I'm gonna start something bigger, and it's Immortal Dark. This is a trilogy. I have the first one from the library and the second one from the library. They don't have the third one. Maybe it's not out yet. I think it's like a special, like a pre-signed and sailed one is what's out right now. So it's called Inferno Vows. That's what it's called. I'm just gonna start off with the first one. I do have the audiobook, which makes me excited because this is 416 pages. I have a lot of cleaning and like cooking and errands to do at the moment. So I'm gonna turn the audiobook on and do that, but eventually I will be back. It's nighttime now and I'm back. I wanted to do a lot of reading throughout the day, but then I ended up taking like a 2-3 hour nap, so that didn't happen. I did listen to the audiobook for like the first 100 pages, and then since then I've read another 100 pages, so I'm now on 206 chapter 39, and that's like exactly halfway. The book focuses on our main character Kadan, and in this world there are vampires and humans. Her sister goes missing and she has a feeling that a vampire did it, and so one day she gets an invitation from this like secret university and she thinks they might have all the answers, so obviously she goes, and the same vampire she thinks kills her sister has to live in the same house as her for one whole month.
Our author, Tigist Girma, and our main character are both Ethiopian, as am I, and so a lot of the vocab and like the traditions and cultures and even like artifacts that they have, I can relate to. So genuinely, I'm really liking it so far. I'm gonna finish out the rest of it in one sitting. The vampire that Kadan has to live with for a month, I don't know if it's gonna be enemies to lovers or if it's just enemies. I genuinely don't know, but it's fueling the fire in me to like figure out what happens. And I do have the second book. It's checked out from the library, so if I'm that sucked in, I'll probably just continue it tomorrow. I will come back whenever I finish. It's just gonna be me sitting in bed and finishing out the book.
Hello, we are back in front of the bookshelf, meaning that it's the start of a new day. Yesterday I did finish Immortal Dark. I liked it, but I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it. It's very kind of like middle of the road. I don't know if this is her debut novel, but it certainly feels like it. Like, it was almost there. I think I'd give it like a 3.75 stars. Today, however, which is the last day of this vlog that I will be including, but don't worry, it's because I'm doing a 24-hour readathon tomorrow, and it is going to obviously get its own dedicated video. Because of that, however, I don't have a lot of time to read. I have to edit and do homework and then also read something, so I decided to try my kobo out for the first time. I got it, I want to say maybe a week and a few days ago, but all the decorations aren't in yet, and I was gonna wait to use it till then. But I'm in the mood to read, and so as you saw, I don't know, I think it was in this video, I read Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood, loved it, it was amazing. One thing about me is Ali Hazelwood is probably gonna do it for me every single time. There's only been a few of her books that I've been like, meh. I really like this. I gave it a 4.5 stars. People might judge for that, but like, I liked it. There wasn't anything bad about it. And so I looked on Fable and I saw that she has a few other novellas, and it's a trilogy of like just short novella novels. And so I was like, let me dabble in that. So I downloaded the first two. Number one is Under One Roof. I don't know if you can see. This is what it looks like, and I will be giving you guys my first impressions of the kobo. As of right now, I only have my case on it. And so eventually the goal is to decorate it and everything, but till then I'll be trying this out. I really like that it has buttons. Like, I love having buttons on my... I probably won't read until later, so I'm gonna do my prep, which is homework, as I said, and just a bunch of other busy work, and then I'll be back later whenever I start to read the book. A lot of time has passed. I did some prep for my readathon, homework, took a shower, and now I'm ready to finish out the read for today. I did get a decent amount of reading done. As I said, I'm reading Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood, a novella. I'm about halfway through, I would say. This is based on the kobo pages. There's 119 and I am on 68, so pretty much halfway. I'm liking it so far, and honestly, this is just like establishing to me that I am a Ali Hazelwood fan. Like, she's one of my all-time favorite authors. Our main character, Mara, ends up inheriting a house from her mentor who she was super close with, except the mentor's nephew lives in the same house. So when she moves in, there's high tensions because both of them doesn't want the other one there. He's trying to buy her out, and she's just trying to be cordial. As for reading on the kobo, I would say I like it. I will probably forever be like a physical book reader. I think that's just my preferred version of reading. However, I do really like it. It's not my first time reading on a kobo. I had borrowed it beforehand to decide if I wanted to get one, but it's just super handy dandy. If I didn't have this on me, I would not have been able to read what I wanted to, and it's free because I just downloaded it. Like, I didn't have to pay a single cent. Obviously, I paid for the e-reader itself, but from here on out, as long as kobo doesn't get rid of like jailbreaking, I mean, it's not even jailbreaking, but like, as long as kobo doesn't prohibit it, I can read basically anything on here. I can read manhwas, I can read novels, I can read manga, like so many different options, and it connects to your Libby, so I see more pros than cons. I'm going to get back into the reading, finish it out, and then check in with you guys afterwards. Alright guys, sorry for the bad angle, but I just finished Under One Roof. It was so good. It was just absolutely perfect, and yeah, it was short, but it also served its purpose while demonstrating everything that a good romance book needs. He was down bad for her, like pathetically so. All he wanted was her, and in the ending, the way that it's depicted was absolutely perfect. Ali Hazelwood,
just 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. She strikes again in the best way possible. That is it for day 9. We are now in the double digits. There's only 5 days left, and if you think about it, that really is not a lot at all. But that is also it for today's video. I think it was days 4 through 9, so this might be a little longer than the last one. The next vlog will be a full 24-hour readathon, as I usually do on here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.